Welcome back to the channel. Today in part 2, this isn't a review. In fact, I'd recommend that you would watch part 1 because part 1 is going to give you the majority of information, everything that you really need to know, what you get with this optic and all that kind of stuff. But I'm actually doing part 2 because I'm switching the optic over to this rifle. In fact, it has been for a while. And so that rifle is a CZ 457 chambered in 22 LR. And I thought this would be a really good optic for it, especially because of the reticle design I went with. There's 20 mils of holdover, and then I also have, a 5 to 25 magnification range, a good size center dot. I'm such a fan of the reticle itself that I figured I want to put this on one of my primary 22s that I use for NRL 22. And in fact, I have used it for a match already. But looking forward, I can actually shoot this really far, guys. And I took a little time zeroing it, getting it all dialed in with good quality ammo, and I think I was using SK Rifle Match. But on this windy day on a 4-inch target off my stander, so I was at 100 yards here, it actually was doing pretty well, the 4-inch target off the stander, and just trying to be steady as possible on my tripod here. So not too bad for such a windy day. One thing that excites me about this is this optic leaves me with the particular rings I'm running, which are kind of like an infinity ring. They allow me to adjust the angle and get the most out of the scope. I have 23 mils built into it right now, and then there's 20 mils of holdover. That's 43 mils overall, so I can actually take this optic extremely far. That will get me out to about 630 yards with higher velocity ammo. And that's really cool, but then I can still have it with a 50-yard zero for NRL 22. So really cool optic, love it. I loved it on my Savage 110 Elite Precision in 6.5, shot it out to 1,000 yards. And now what I'm doing is mess around with some closer ranges for the most part, shooting tiny little groups, and looking at that clarity of glass as well as the function of the optic. Really happy with it so far. Stay tuned.